Many years ago, I came across a few lines in a book that I connected with. They were, "It's easy to judge, but you never know another person's heart, what gives them strength and what breaks them down." I have learned to listen more and speak less. The result has been eye-opening conversations and inspirational moments that I have shared with you right here. Hello and welcome to Crystal One-on-One. We're on location at En Maison at Quality Hill Shopping Mall. And with me today is someone whose name stands out. Whenever it comes to makeup in Uganda, the makeup industry, how fast it is growing, I think we'll say you're one of the game changers. Umutoni Mona Lisa, well known as Mona Faces. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I was so excited when I got the text.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. I see you are on this all natural.
Right? I know. Who knew like a makeup artist would come for an interview with no makeup
But
on?
you're beautiful anyway. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
So what, I mean, because I know you recently went natural with your hair.
Yes.
And then you've actually talked about also your skin, like your skin breed.
Yeah.
And especially with the industry that you're in.
Yes.
You see, I think it's almost an addiction for very many women.
It is. No, makeup is a true addiction.
Okay.
And for me, also getting to this point of just being like this, no hair extensions, no weaves, no makeup, it has taken time. Yeah, like it has a lot to do with my confidence growing over the years.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't know, finding yourself and just owning who you are. I don't know. That's for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever experience like your skin having issues because you'd wear makeup all the time, or you just always had a good skin?
So I've always had a good skin. I'm so grateful. Like, thank God. Yeah, but I also like when I just started doing makeup, I had to do a lot of practice on myself.
Yes.
And also people, like, I had to prove myself all the time. So people had to see me in order to like trust that I'm going to do a good job on them. So I found myself wearing makeup every day. And not just like powder and like a simple foundation, but like full face, everything, eyelashes, what. And then with time, I got addicted to looking like that.
Yeah.
I could not stand myself. Like, I could not look at myself in the mirror with no makeup. I would feel awkward. And then even people would see me. I promise. Like, it happens. Even the people who used to see me on a daily, because they used to see me with a full face on, they were not used to my face, like my natural face. So they'll look at me and be like, "Mona, you look sick. Is there something wrong?" It happens. Yeah. Like the minute you wear eyebrows and eye makeup and then foundation, you get, it's so addictive. And then you start to feel like, oh my God, my dark circles are too much, or like I have hyperpigmentation. Like you just become insecure, like the more you do it. So I reached a point where I just decided to like dare myself to go a month without makeup. I only did that a day. So I had to like, only one day, and I like everybody just kept telling me, "Mona, you look sick." And then I also just felt like I look weird. I don't look normal. So it took time. Yeah, and I'm just happy that I'm here now. So people are used to my natural face, and then I'm also,
we look at the makeup industry. And the funny thing is, I've actually realized a lot of makeup artists don't wear that much makeup.
Yes.
But you find there are people who will not step out of the house unless they're looking perfect.
Yeah.
Because it gives you
that extra confidence.
Yes.
It really does. And if you like, I don't know, discover makeup like when you're in a phase of not being so confident, or like trying to hide something, it gets worse. Yeah, I get a lot of clients who come to me and they're like, "Oh my God, I have pimples, I have this acne, give me a foundation to wear on a daily." And then I tell them, no, that's going to mess up your skin even more. And then your insecurities will just keep growing. Like it's easier, it's much easier to just own it, you know? Like my skin is going through a phase, you own it, you wear it the way it is, and then it starts clearing, and before you know it,
it's doing much better.
Yeah.
So Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
I honestly know only 2 people with that name. I mean, my whole life, and I think it's the most beautiful name. It's even Mona on its own. So you're the firstborn, you said,
I'm the
oldest.
Firstborn. I'm the oldest.
Tell us a bit about your parents.
Okay, so my mom had me when she was really young.
Okay.
I think she was 20. And then there's this soap she used to watch on TV. Then Yeah. Yeah. Trust me. Like, she used to watch some soap on TV, and there was this little girl called Mona Lisa, and her father gave her everything she wanted, type of thing. And she always had cute dresses. That's what my mom told me. Yeah. So when she had me, and the name was just so unique. She didn't know anything about the artistic background, you know, the painting. She had no idea.
Okay.
And my dad liked it as well. So they gave me like other names. I have like 5 names or more. Yeah. I decided to just keep the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just go with Umutoni and then Mona Lisa.
And Mona Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where did you grow up?
Namasuba, like Kampala, Entebbe
Okay.
Road. And then my parents kept moving. I come from a really humble background, so
Okay.
yeah. Like,
was it your dad's job that made you
My
move?
dad, yeah, my dad, my mom. So my mom was into business, but then she had, before the other kids were born, like, she was okay. She had a business going. She used to do clothes and all, and then she had babies, and then she had them like one after the other, and then she just got comfortable and became a stay-home mom, housewife. And then my dad was a graphics designer, and then he passed away when I was in high school. So yeah. I guess that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now I understand that you even stepped up more.
yeah,
when he
I had
passed
to.
away.
Yeah, I'm just grateful for everything that happened. I'm grateful for where I come from, how I grew up, him passing when he did, and you know, most times you look at death as, oh my God, this is the worst thing that could happen, and in that moment it probably is, but I learned a lot from it. Like, I wouldn't be half the person that I am today if that didn't happen when it did. He passed away when I was 17. So actually I was just turning 18 the next month. He missed my 18th. Me and him had a very good relationship.
You're very close?
Yeah, we're very close. He was an artist. He taught me how to draw. Yeah, and now see how my whole life is now art.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makeup artists are artists. My
Yeah,
goodness. It's like someone's face is a canvas.
It is. Even when I get people, like students coming to me, they want to learn, I always ask them if they have an artistic background, because then it just makes everything much easier. Like, it's easy for you to understand. It's drawing on the face.
Yes.
Yeah.
And understanding the palettes. And
Yeah, colors, shades, shading from dark to light. It's all art. Yeah.
wow, I know there are people who are like, what? It's that intense, but it is that intense.
It is. And I'm just so, like, I'm so lucky and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do it. I didn't think I would end up being a makeup artist.
I know.
Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
So I went to Buganda Road Primary School.
So did I.
Yeah. You did? Oh my God, that's crazy. I feel like that's where we all went.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that school. Yeah. It was nice. And then...
Good memories.
Yeah,
What
very
is your
good
favorite
memories.
memory?
Oh my
Buganda
God, let me
Road.
tell you. We had this tree that, like, it was seasonal, but I don't know what fruits they were, but they used to fall every, like, after season. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, there was that. And then I just used to, like, I had a very good friend, my best friend in primary school. She was called Carol. So we used to just, like, love each other so much.
Are you still best friends?
Not really, but we are friends. We are good friends. Yeah,
okay.
we understand each other, but like, we've just grown apart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So Buganda Road.
I went to Buganda Road, and then I went to Bethany High School.
Okay.
And then I went to Saroma.
And Saroma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saroma High School, and then after that I went to MOBS.
Okay.
And at that time, at uni, that's when I learned how to do makeup.
Okay.
So I would spend the whole entire night binge watching YouTube tutorials. So, and then in the day...
YouTube was your teacher.
Yeah, YouTube was my teacher. And then I would go to class for like a few hours, and then I had a boutique business that I was running that I started with my friends. I've always been into business.
Wow.
Yeah, like
okay.
I needed money, so I had to work. Yes, I was always constantly working, straight from work.
Straight from that.
Yeah.
So did you first get like a job?
I did. Actually, bold.
Bald?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. So my first job in actually that's how I even got into Kisementi and I worked at Bolt. So you know Bolt,
Yes,
the stock
the
for
store.
African designers. I remember the first day I entered into that shop. They were still small, the one at Kisementi at Krishnamat Mall.
Yes, I remember that one.
You remember that? Yeah. So they were still at Krishnamat. So I got there and I was just so excited to be there. Like I was like, this is where I have to be. Imagine, because I thought I would end up being a fashion designer, and then here I was next to like working with all these fashion designers. All these fashion designers was talking at Bold. There was Gloria Vamno. I don't know if Sylvia joined, but there was Martha Jabo. There was Kwesh. Kunda, all these people. So I was always looking at the designs they brought in, the clothes, the fashion. It was just too much for me. I was so excited, yeah. And I was like, I think I was in my extra phase. I would like really wear big balls and African print and like be extra. I loved my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was your job straight from?
That was, yes.
VAC?
So from VAC, yeah,
Wow.
VAC. I worked there, my VAC, and then 2 years. Yeah, after VAC, another year after I started uni, yeah. And then I really, really enjoyed it in the beginning. And I think I'm those people who is, I won't do anything unless, only if I'm passionate about it. So I reached a point where I just felt like, okay, now I need to do something else.
Was there someone who inspired you to start doing makeup, or was it you just landed on a tutorial? What happened?
No, so it's crazy. Like, there's a way the universe just works and puts, like, if something is meant to be in it. So for me, I feel like I've always been into makeup. Like, I remember growing up, I was always with my mom's. You know, my mom is not a makeup person at all. Only makeup she wears is lipstick. Back in the day, she used to have that green lipstick. Remember that green lipstick? It's called Irene.
Do you know, I know someone who still buys that green lipstick, and it's fantastic.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Now, that was my mom's beauty secret. That,
Done.
Irene and powder. Like that Johnson powder. Not even like powder like that's meant for her. No, like that white powder.
I'm so glad we've come a long way. I remember having a white face in high school.
All the time. And I had an aunt who used to, like, when I was in high school, who used to wear powder, like a lot of it. Her face was just white.
Yes.
Yeah. It was crazy. I know. It's funny how beauty trends change. So that was like, I remember even getting a scarf. This scarf, my mom had just walked out. She had gone to work. Like literally like 5 minutes later, like I would wait for her to go. So I just go and start playing in her things. So I go to her bedroom, and then she had eye pencil, but then it wasn't sharpened because she would never use it. Yeah. So I look for a razor blade, find it. And I think I was like 7, 8, started sharpening and ended up cutting myself.
Oh,
yeah,
quite badly.
Yeah, it was deep. It was so deep. Imagine, like,
I can
she
see
was so
it.
frustrated. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, can you believe I actually got this whole entire scar cutting, trying to sharpen
an eye
pencil. Like, how reckless. Anyways.
Okay, who called who took you to the doctor?
I was there. The maid,
that looks very deep.
It was so deep. The maid just dropped it, and then when my mom came back, she was just so mad. But then, anyways, it had already happened, and there was nowhere I was going to stop. I remember my dad used to punish me every day. Like, he would come back home and find me with black eyebrows. And he would just like, he was just so scared. And you know, those days, there was just this whole thing about makeup.
Yes.
Why are you trying to beautify yourself? Is it for boys? What? Yeah, so it wasn't a good look. Like parents were, like my mom, no, my mom didn't mind, but my dad was always scared.
Yeah.
So he would always like try to like punish me, trying to get me off of it, but I couldn't. I don't know why.
I know.
Yeah, and then I remember even one time in high school, the HM found me putting mascara on someone. Yeah.
In high school?
High school. And it wasn't even my fault. The girl asked me, please put mascara on me. I'm like, no, mascara is so easy. You can do it yourself. She's like, no, when you do it differently. So put. In that mix, the HM gets us. And then he was more angry at me because I'm the one spoiling other kids. Why are you doing this? Yeah. Yeah, so he called us in front of General Assembly. What? It was the whole thing. Anyways, so fast forward 2013, I'm still working at Bold, and then I had a friend of mine. So for me, makeup was just, because I didn't know, I had no knowledge about makeup, yeah?
Okay.
Makeup was just powder, foundation, maybe lipstick and eyebrows. Like, I didn't know how deep it was or it could go. So I had a friend of mine, it's called Nadia. So we go out this one time, and she was always into makeup. She always had lashes on, like really, really nice makeup. And then I ended up sleeping over at her house.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I remember waking up the next day in her room, and she had so much makeup. And I was like, oh my God, what do you even use this for? Like, I was just so curious. I was like, how do you do this? So it's like,
So is it like the eyeshadows and the blush?
She had like 110 eyeshadow palettes. Like, it was like a whole table like this. So many brushes, so many lipsticks, so many eyeliners, eye pencils, lip liners. Like, she had a lot of makeup.
Wow.
And I never seen so much makeup in my life. I was like, wow, this is too much. And then, so I asked her to do my makeup. She did my makeup. She did a full face. And I remember her doing my makeup, and she's like, this is the powder Kim Kardashian's makeup artist uses under her eyes. And then this powder goes here. And then there was this splash, and then this highlight, and there was just so many things. She did my makeup for 2 hours. I was so curious. I was so excited. I was like, this is just, like, I even have that picture on my Instagram stuff. Very first picture. I refused to take it down. Because this was like, you know, I literally started doing, I think it was beginning of 2014. So I started doing makeup end of 2014. So like around March there.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so she does my makeup, and I'm like, how do you even know what Kim Kardashian's makeup artist chooses on Kim? Like, that's just crazy. And then she's like, no, there is you can follow beauticians, like beauty gurus and makeup artists.
So like their
Instagram.
makeup artists.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, how do I find them? How do I follow them? And I remember that time, Instagram had just started. I think like, when did Instagram start?
Yeah, it's
2012,
like around
14 there. Yeah. So I go on Instagram. She just tells me, go on Instagram, search for these hashtags. I go, find the hashtags, find makeup artists. I followed like a million. I went back. I remember going back to my Instagram and unfollowing everyone I was following for no reason. Like, you know, when you just follow this person and I thought you don't even know them in real life. So I'm like, no. Followed only makeup artists, followed everyone. And then that's when I started really following them, and then I went to their YouTube tutorials, and then I followed them everywhere, on Snapchat, on Facebook, on what, like, I became crazy. Like, I was very obsessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were still in school at this time?
Yeah, I was in, now I was at uni.
Now you're at MOOPS, right?
Yeah, I was at MOOPS.
Okay.
Second year.
Were you able to concentrate on that side of things?
I hated it. I won't even lie. Like, I'm just those people who's like I either love something and I'll do it 110%, or I'm not doing it at all.
Okay.
So I'm an extremist. Like, I had to like really get into makeup, and then I really, really, really got into it.
Did you ever have a conversation with your mom about this?
Okay, she knew I was always into makeup.
Okay.
She was not surprised at all,
Yeah.
because I mean, that's just who I was from childhood, like growing up. And then I never really had a conversation with her.
Okay. So this course you were doing, was it like a government scholarship? Or?
No.
So you were paying for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was paying for it. I wasn't so excited about doing it. And then at the time, it was just, the struggle was real. Yeah, I had my siblings who were just, I think my sister was just joining senior one at that time. And they were just struggling, and my mom was also struggling with her business. And yeah, so I really needed to chip in. So any way of making extra money, extra cash, I had to go with it. So I used to work a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I got into makeup, it was like, there were makeup artists, but they weren't really owning it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I started doing makeup,
you're one of the first people who really started to brand yourself
as a makeup
properly,
artist.
as a makeup artist.
Yeah, because that's the other thing I think that I struggled with a lot.
Okay.
Being a makeup artist and owning it, saying, like, being able to just introduce yourself, hi, I'm a makeup artist, and just being confident and not getting any type of judgment, or not being looked at as unserious. Or
there was a lot of judgment in the beginning?
There was a lot. Like you'd not talk to someone and tell them, oh, hi, I'm a makeup artist, and then they take you seriously. Or you could just read, like they would look at you differently, or they would even ask, are you only a makeup artist, or is there something else you're doing? Do you plan on getting a real job?